You're right, everyone. So, part 3 of building that glorious wall that you incidentally got spoiled for you yesterday because I'd only just finished the wall but wanted to put something up. Hope you liked it. But anyway, this is the final bit. The only real... I mean, I guess a lot of it's quite a time lapse, but I do show you how to make the gatehouses that I put together. Surprisingly, not the hardest part. So I expected this to be the most difficult part of the entire build, basically. Because it was, you know, the ground's really uneven. It's just a weird as fuck shape. But honestly, all I did is just made the gatehouse and then just linked the walls together. And it was really, really simple. I'm actually quite chuffed with the end result. As you can see, it's not maybe the most creative gatehouse ever. However, this one especially actually has really, really awesome steps. But also how the wall is connected to it looks very, very cool. So the end, I mean, you've seen it before anyway, but like the end result is it's very simple to build basically, but it looks really good when connected to other structures. I'm quite pleased by it. After this video, by the way, because I've been recording a lot this week. I've already actually recorded 4 or 5 videos. So now I'm going to do another one on Sunday, I think. Then I'm going to skip out Monday, and then Tuesday will be Wasteland Workshop. Super excited, Davey. Because I'm trying to cut down as many videos as I can until the DLC drop, for obvious reasons. Because there's quite a lot of cool stuff, which I'm really giddy about. That's one of the reasons why I've kept everything quite blank a little bit. Some people have asked, actually, am I going to be kind of demolishing some of the wall and using the concrete? No. Because the thing is, I was walking through Diamond City yesterday, and I realised what I need to do to kind of... For Sanctuary and also for a lot of my other settlements, and I think concrete is going to be a thing that will finally be able to do this, is if you walk through Diamond City, because that's obviously the closest we get to kind of looking like a player-made structure, because effectively it's a stadium with a completely scrappy settlement inside. And it loses loads of different material, and that's what I want to start doing. But the thing is, all we've had is wood and steel. It's been quite limiting, whereas the concrete will look really good mixed with the wood and then with the steel. I think the concrete will eventually become our kind of main building material, and then the wood and the steel will kind of built around it. Now, the reason why I've definitely going to keep these walls wood is because someone actually mentioned to us, sorry, I don't script these, so it occurred to me to remember your username. But someone mentioned that it reminded them of a frontier town, and I think that's a really apt description, and that's what I like about it. Is it looks like one of those kind of, you know, American frontier towns, you know, with those kind of big wooden walls. And I think it will be a nice contrast when we actually get the more permanent structures on the inside. And also, you think about it, with a wall, it's going to get destroyed quite often, you know, through the attacks that... okay, technically do spawn inside, or at least I know on the west side do. But, you know, it's kind of more of an RP thing. Plus, I didn't want to wait until Tuesday, because I wanted to finish my walls. Or maybe edit a little bit of it, potentially maybe, like, I don't know, use the rug glitch, or not the rug glitch, but the hold X rug glitch to actually squeeze some concrete on the bottom level. Maybe, we'll see what it looks like, but I think, for the time being, the wall will do. Anyway, it's my gatehouse. It's pretty straightforward. I just add a little top level. I've taken out the guardhouses, the guard towers out of these gatehouses, because what ended up happening, okay, now I've got more of them spread around, it should be okay, but all of my guards, I could never find them, because all of them were just hanging out inside that goddamn guardhouse, inside my old gatehouse, which was a pain in the arse, because I wanted to see them wander, whereas now what they've been doing is actually wandering around Sanctuary, like, they always seem to, like, on that wall over there. It's pretty cool, and now that I've got the wall finished, Sanctuary, as I said before, it's starting to feel like more of a complete settlement. So I'm actually going to, you know, for example, I've got 29 people. I'll see if I can get up to about 40. I think the maximum gets about 40-something. So I'm going to see if I can max out the population. What I might do as well is, because with robots, the way they work is they do take up a settler limit, but you can keep adding them. So what I'm going to do is remove all the robots from Sanctuary, max out my settler limit, build shit tons of beds than I actually need, and then build loads of robots, so we'll end up having, like, most of our workers, like, for the fields, might be, like, Mr. Handies or something like that, and then my other settlers can then be guards and things like that. It kind of looks cooler. A little note here, see, I'm building this little, entrance where I don't show you the whole thing, because the most of it is actually just the little stairs glitch that I've shown you dozens of times. But what happens is, you know when when you take off the rug, you probably remember from my first gatehouse video, when you take off the rug, sometimes things snap into the ground. Now, I was watching Miss Mad Queen show the other day, and she was building one of her little, funky little weird things that she does. In this instance, it was a double bed. And she offhand mentioned, I think assuming everyone knew it, that to stop doing that, you actually have to, like, leave the area or rest or something. And I was like, wait, what? Lol, what? Now, I try it here, it doesn't work, but I've learned, I don't know, I think I forgot to ask her, I should have asked to record this before I recorded this, but basically, when I saved and exited the game, so I'll take this off in a second, it should snap into the ground, if I remember to record that part. Did I? Come on. Okay, it looks cool anyway. Do you like the steps, by the way? They're very cool. Let's take this off. Go on. Embarrassed, Davey. Am I going to take it off? Go on, do it. Yay! See, it jumps around. The way I solved that, and it just never occurred to me, is basically because I wasn't too sure how to solve it, but I heard Mad Queen mention it. What I ended up doing was saving, and then kind of going fast traveling to Diamond City, coming back, and then it still did that. So eventually I fast traveled over, and then actually just closed and exited the game, and then went back in, and when I removed that rug, it then didn't sink into the ground, which is cool, because my old gatehouse had the rug in front of it for ages. That's one of my robots, by the way. It's actually an Assaultron with a RoboBrain body. Now, this part here, I said, you've seen the wall, but the connecting parts, the gatehouses, I actually expected to be the hardest parts for me to build. Both of them were really, really straightforward. Like, the hardest part was the west side, which is the last part of the video, which is the reason why the video took ages. But one thing I've had to do is, for the top levels, especially when there are hedges, as I've had to rug glitch fences in as a top level. It does mean that you have to... Oh, look at it. It looks fucking awesome, though, doesn't it? Like, it looks really of a scrappy connection, but it means you probably, if you would walk up there, you would obviously have it a little bit of the fence kind of pointing up at the back, but it's not too much of an issue. Also, you can hear that rad storm coming. Oh, it's gone now. Oh, yeah, this part, right. So, you see what I've done there? The reason why I showed you this is because I realised I had to put... Oh, you have to grab the rug, Davey, knobhead. I had to actually reinforce this house because I was worried I wouldn't be able to do it if I finished that wall. To do this house, you do it there, right? A lot of people have said, oh, Davey, I've really struggled with this house, and I thought, fuck it, how'd you do it? But for some reason, it's the garage that fucks it up, right? So if you want to reinforce the roof of that house there, all you do is you just take off the garage part and you go from that pole there to there, and voila, perfect. And I will actually build on that. I'm just waiting for concrete because I might try out that tab. So as you can see here, I've now done that part. That was so straightforward. As you probably guessed already, this video is much more of a, a quicker time lapse of me just kind of showing you bits and then building a bit because, you know the technique. This is probably the biggest, tallest individual section of wall as well, from the ground to this, it's much taller, but at the same time it needed to be that height or it would not match up with the other wall there, so it's a little bit taller. As see, there it is, all decorated. I mean, you've seen this before, but this will give you a little bit more of a look. See, add a flag in there. I'm keeping it blank again because I really want to see what the Wasteland Workshop has in it. This gatehouse is actually cooler than the main gate, even though I do finish off the main gate and make it look like this one. It's funny because it's the gate I never use. I might just take trips to Vaults 111 just so I can use it a bit more. As you can see, there we go. And then we're just quickly doing the... I thought I'd show you how I did the front one as well, because why not? Mainly because it occurred to me while I was doing this, it was just going to be loads of time-lapsing with me not actually building anything. Me just going, hey guys, look at this. Right, bye. Hey guys, look at this. This took ages. I mean, I mentioned it in the description of the tour, but it took me 2 straight work days, about 5,000 wood. Oh, as I always get this, because apparently people don't trick my videos. To get wood, you just buy shipments. Everyone asks, how do you get your resources? It's shipments. And I found an even better way of doing it, to be honest, in terms of just ease. Normally what I used to do was go to Mo in Diamond City. He annoyingly only sells 1 shipment of wood. Please, Bethesda, give him ×4 like Myrna has for steel. But for now he has 1, and then I used to go to Grey Garden and then Abernathy Farm because they each have 50 respectively. To be honest, in terms of time and minimal effort on your part, it's much better to actually just go buy a shipment of wood off Mo, sit at the noodle stand, rest for 48 hours rather than 24. So 2 full days. Doesn't take very long because it's not a player settlement, you know, that's full of shit like this one. So, you know, resting doesn't take very long. And then he'll have it again. And then I would just do that, get about 1,000 wood, maybe pick up some steel if need be, rubber or anything else that I need while I'm there. And it usually, I mean, it's tedious, but it doesn't take very, very long. Also with me, because I'm always on Twitter, I just pretty much would just go on Twitter, play around, like a load of tweets, and then, oh, look, I've got 800 wood. So that's how I paid for this, basically. Well, that's how I bought the wood. How I paid for this one, normally I go to my settlements and just kind of clear them out, because as you probably know, I have so many traders. I end up having, like, if I remember when I should have done it on this one, if I open up the store section now, you know, it said it, you know, uses all of the, when you're buying a shop, it uses all of the caps in every single workshop. So it shows you what all of your workshops have. Usually it's about 40,000 caps. In this instance, because I was too lazy to travel between settlements, I made fucking shit tons of jets. I'm pretty sure I crashed the market. Oh, it was good though. So much jet. So much jet. Seriously, a good 100 jet. That's, you know, 100 plastic, 200 fertilizer. I think it's just one, right? I can't remember. But basically, that was 4,000 caps. That's quite a lot. This used quite a bit of steel as well. I should really start stocking up on concrete for next week as well. As you can see, that's the other gatehouse. To be honest, it's not very different. The other one just looks a little bit more secure and it's a bit bigger. So then we get to the front. Now, obviously, you can see that it is floating a little bit at the side. I do... Oh, and there's the wall as well. On the gate, they're kind of floating off around. I do end up just rug glitching. Or did I forget with that one? I meant to. If I haven't done it, I'll do it later. But I do end up... Oh, I do, yeah. End up rug glitching some actual just kind of thicker... Oh, this is the water purifier gatehouse, by the way. But I end up rug glitching some kind of thicker junk fences in, just to allow me to look like it isn't so close together. Yes, Preston, at least it's not raining. Yet. So this is the part that took me fucking hours. Between this house here, I had to remove everything, you may notice, like the little metal shack we made, and also the generator that was there. I'm going to sort that out at some point. But this took ages, because the problem is, these houses, I wanted it to link. I can't build behind these houses, because the build area doesn't extend far enough. But at the same time, it's still... I wanted them further out enough. The next one's even harder, actually. But it took me hours to do these. Because the build area is so close. And those fucking hedges, which we can't get rid of. But also, you can't rug glitch... Well, no, you can rug... You can't snap items through the hedges completely reliably. So I can rug glitch through them, yeah. But, like, I can't... For example, like, you'll see when I do this in a bit. I can actually snap those just straight through that building. Like, I was really surprised. Getting this front part was really easy, but the back parts, the part obviously you probably don't see as much, was an absolute nightmare. What I'm doing now, by the way, is I'm just lining it up so getting them as tight as possible. It takes a while. But totally worth it, honest. He says to himself. So yeah, it was, this whole little section here is why the video didn't come out yesterday. Also, because I went to EGX today, EGX Resd, rather, in London, which is what now was Eurogamer, but that's in Birmingham. It's a bit confusing. But I was at that, and so I couldn't stay awake too late, because normally with me, as you probably gather already, because my computer's shit, I'll end up finishing recording a video like 10, finishing editing it about 12 AM, and it'll be up for 4. So I couldn't do that last night, hence why you got the tour earlier. But you guys seem to like it, which is cool. And you now understand the process. See, look at here. Look, freaking... Oh, that was the build area. That's why it's so weird. Why can't the build area... I don't know why, for this part of Sanctuary, why the build area doesn't go a decent distance behind the houses. It's really, really weird. You know, it's really strange. I don't understand why they would do that. But, oh, well. Also, because there are, you know, there are... Well, there's the bunker back there, and there are gardens that we can't really use. There's even picket fences we can't scrap in one of them, because it's for some reason just at the build area, and it just looks really stupid, because you have this one little piece of picket fence. But basically, Bethesda, could you maybe just extend it a wee bit for Davey? I don't even know what I'm doing here. This is literally, it takes me fucking ages to do this part. That's why I'm rambling like an absolute twat monkey, but oh well. Yeah. So I'm really excited for Wasteland Workshop. Just as I'm entertaining you guys. Oh, look, he's finished it. Oh, that's the thing. Basically, the walls snap through the main walls, but I'm going to put something in front of them. But you can see it just snaps straight through, right? Perfectly through. However, it doesn't do that for the hedges. It sometimes does it. Here we go. He's done more of it now.
Nobody has enough to eat. Can't you do something to help?
I'll build your farms later, mate. So you can see, all very fine and dandy, looking nice. This is where this whole thing you're seeing right now is hours between. But I just didn't want to show you how much raid. So I've got kind of I like the how that's connected, because it means you can basically walk from there almost around the entirety. So this was an absolute nightmare, because I had to actually... this is where I was getting stressed, which is why maybe you don't see as much recording as I should have. But basically, because of those hedges, I've had to rug glitch very elaborately, as you can see, the fences. And I could have cheated, just not shown you this side. That's what it entered my mind, but I thought that was disingenuous. But basically, I have to do that, and then rug glitch, because it was just bothering me that I couldn't put any... There were gaps at the sides, basically, and this took me fucking ages to figure out how to do this. And also, naturally, this is when I actually had to force myself to learn how to solve the taking the rug off and things snapping into the ground problem. Because of the fact that when I took the rugs off these, they would all snap down, so I eventually figured it out, thankfully. Because I had to position these, it took ages. There's also a slight bit of repetition, so eventually even though you can't really see this side, I am actually going to be decorating these for the sake of my own sense of everything is right. See, that one stays, but it's the second or third along, I think it's the third one along, they all just start snapping into the floor, which, these ones here, that whole section there, just keep snapping in. But there is that part finished. It took me bloody hours. It's looking pretty good. There's a little gap there that I have to plug up. Also, you can see how close the builder area is. Look at this. I'm glad I left this space now to actually, to actually squeeze things in. Also, you know, it would be the north side, so one of the second section of wall, so the wall you saw in the last video, that is right against the build area. And to actually get the outside fences on that one, I had to actually sprint from build areas and quickly shove them in. So this is pretty much what I've done. This is like more or less the whole wall, as you can see. The whole place is walled off right now. You can see a little bit of the tour that I showed you yesterday just because I wanted something to put at the end. So here you go. You've all seen this. Right. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments. As I said, someone started a Reddit, and I'm now moderator of it, and this video is posted on there. So if you have any specific questions that maybe you don't want to get lost in the YouTube comment section, feel free to go on to basically just /no respawns. Go there, and you can just go in the comment section, because that way we can all natter, and it just makes it easier. And there'll be less of you, basically, than on the YouTube comments. As always, follow me on Twitter. You can stalk me there. And obviously send me messages, and I have a habit of tweeting pictures and little mini clip videos of what I'm currently working on right now. Next video will be Sunday, and then I'm not going to do another video till Tuesday, which will be Wasteland Workshop. I'm excited, and so should you. You guys take care.